cell parking is going to be the file that we're working on here. So again, you can see about the 10 or 12 skills that we're going to demo by the end of the chapter here. Most of them are pretty quick and easy. Like I said, like this one is probably the easiest chapter that there is. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this Excel spreadsheet here. If you look down, or sorry, this workbook, I should say. If you look down at the bottom, there are 3 worksheets. We can simply just right click where it says sheet, and we can go ahead and click rename. So if we wanted to go ahead and call this one April, we could go over to this one, right click, rename it May. And my guess is this one is June. Thank you. So right click down here, then go to rename. If you need to add new ones or if you need to move or make a copy of it, you have that availability. If you want to change the color of it, so if I wanted to change the color so it reflects whatever the colors are that I'm choosing, now at the bottom you can see that it's orange. We'll go like that pink for May, and then we'll do about purple for June. So now you can see all of these colors that are down there. That is essentially skill 1. The next thing here, we've already done like percentage, currency, and number as far as how we format a cell, but now we're just going to go ahead and add our date and time. So here we can go under, and we can go down here to short date if we would like, to where we can add the year. We can do long date where it says the day of the week, the month, the day, and the year. We can go under more formats here, and under date and time, there's all these different options that are available. And so if we wanted to change our location as well, so if we're formatting documents for another country and they format their date differently, we do have some additional options there as well. Inside of Excel too, if you do like 3-13, it will automatically give you a date format like this. You could do you could do like 10, 13, 20, and so it'll have another format that's available there too. So you can actually go in and you can customize those as well. We have some quick clearing. So I'm going to highlight A1 and A2. We can go under this clear option underneath our editing section, right? And we can just do clear format. We can clear all if we want to remove all the text. We can, let's undo those. We could do clear contents, and so we'll leave the formatting that's on the cell, but we'll remove the text. So we have a few varieties of ways of getting rid of specific formatting. So for this example here, I'm actually going to highlight these, and I'm going to clear all and make them blank ones. We can move material in a couple of different ways. So I'm just going to show you on this first one here. If we have our data selected like this, so I've drug the highlighted cell range over this, you hover over the side, you can get these black cross arrows, and now you can drag it where you need it to go. A cool shortcut for copying is if you hold down Control and then drag over, you can duplicate it that way. It's a real quick copy and paste kind of method. If I wanted to copy this and go over to June, again, I can go underneath my paste options. I open up my clipboard here too. You can see it's right there too. If I go ahead and paste, right, so there's all of that date and format that's there. We do have that paste option too. We go under there, we have a couple of other ones as well. It's just more like if you want to like create the hyperlink or keep the hyperlink, if you want to keep the formatting, if you want only the text, if you want to keep borders, if you want to keep it to the size of the column, like there's a lot of different paste options that can come up depending on what you're copying and pasting. One of the most useful things in chapter 3 is if you right click on one of your sheet tabs down here, you can select all sheets, right? And so once they're all selected here, I could highlight and then I can merge and center this one and this one. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make this bigger, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it with that same purple. We'll give this one a light purple. All right, so it looks kind of nice. We'll do white because white will stick off better. And then we can say, I don't know, parking meters, and then parking tickets, maintenance costs, and then personnel costs. And I'm just going to go ahead and text wrap those, and then go ahead and resize my column. Ooh, this one's got to go a little bit bigger. But so now we can go ahead and we can divvy those up as well. And maybe I want to do location goes here. I'm just going to highlight these and fill them so that they have a color with them so that we can see them. Got that, got that. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to, I can create one more column over here and call this one net income. And this unit here talks about using multiple formula functions. And all that really is an equal sign and using parentheses to your advantage. So if I do parking meters plus parking tickets, that's one section of cost. And then I can subtract maintenance costs plus personnel costs, right? So don't forget your PEMDAS, okay? So your order of operation is important. So we're getting revenue from these two, and then these are our costs. So we're subtracting our costs from our revenue. If I click enter, then I can use my autofill and it goes down and it'll do all the math for us, right? And so why I showed you this, while these are all grouped, I'm now going to go ahead and ungroup them. Now if I go over to May is all done. April is all done, except I just need to go in here and just put April and then whatever else goes in here. But ladies and gentlemen, I just did 3 complete worksheets of formatting and formulas at the exact same time. So I did June, May, and April all at the exact same time. So again, if you know how to set up your sheets properly and you can set up your formulas, there are tools in here that can do all of this for you. So in probably under 3 minutes, I could format an entire year's worth of documents. So that way, all I have to do is enter in numbers, and that is it. If we need to add a sheet, to add a row or even column, you just right-click on the number or the letter that corresponds with the column. So if I need to insert, I can insert one above here, and I can add my data that way. Same thing down here for my sheets. I can either click the plus sign, or if I right-click and go insert, I can then go ahead and say if I want to insert a worksheet, a chart, or any of these other previous ones. I just want a sheet. Now I just added a blank sheet. Pretty quick and easy. All right, so again, we can format grouped worksheets all together. We can copy and paste it all together. We can insert shapes for summaries here. We can hide sheets as well. So if we just right click, we can click hide, and we can hide specific sheets if we don't want them. Right, if you want to reorder them, you can drag them left and right. So if you want April, May, June, you can reposition them as you need. You know how to add material into the footer. A summary worksheet isn't anything crazy. The difference between this one, so if I right click and call this one a summary worksheet, you can also reference other sheets with your formulas. And all you have to do again is click equals April, and then click on this cell. So now you can see it's equals April exclamation point F5. So it references the sheet, and then it references the cell that it's using. You can do this within workbooks as well. So you could link one cell across 70 different workbooks. So the second that you update one cell, it updates 70 different sheets for you. And if that's the one that I want, I can click enter. It's good to go. And now I can even drag it down. Is there nothing in F6? There's nothing in F6. Okay, so I can still even use my autofill, and I can do the formulas all across there as well. So again, pretty quick and easy for our summary worksheets. Last but not least, it's talking about creating a clustered bar chart. All right, so if we go to insert, we can look at so if we looked at like our custom bar chart here, we can go ahead and we can select those. We can move it just like we've previously done. If we want to switch columns and rows, we can. All right, it doesn't quite make sense because our series aren't done, but we can change some of our data here. So instead of these, I can edit. Those are my, oops, sorry, that one. Edit that. So I can actually go in and I can edit these specifically and pick which data series that I want for my labels. All right, so boom, I can do that. And now we have an idea as well. Now we can go ahead and switch the data and use it however we want. Again, we can switch the data if necessary. So there's a quick like flip between these two that shows entirely different charts. Quick and easy. And we talked about adding chart titles. We know how to change some of the color combinations here. So if we wanted to change to different colors, we can do that. That's pretty easy to do. We know how to fill the background. That's also pretty easy. We can insert smart art into our Excel sheet too. Again, that's same thing. We can go under insert, underneath our shapes here. We can start drawing some shapes. We can go under, there's some clippings that are there. We can do insert normal pictures. We have some of our word art over there as well. Most of the time, we're probably just going to function or feature, I should say, smart art here. Okay, so there's the graphics. Screenshots, you can take a picture of your screen by just clicking the button on your keyboard that says print screen. It takes a picture of anything that is on your screen at the time. And the last skill is literally adding hyperlinks. And that's pretty easy to do. Let me get off of my smart art here. But if you want to, you can just go ahead and right click and hyperlink. You can link to documents, you can link to web pages, you can link to other places within this document. So if you want to link to another tab that's down at the bottom, you can do so as well. And now it's hyperlinked, so anytime I click it, it jumps over to a different sheet. That's really easy. That is chapter 3. Any questions? Okay. So just like normal, you have your matching, you have your skills review, and then skills assessment 1 and 2. If you need help, let me know. That's what I'm here for. You ready on 4 already? Or you got a question? 3.
I can take that word assessment
Yeah.
Okay. Can I take it on Monday?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Study all. I'd have enough time. Would I have enough time to study all, or probably just do it in class?
Do you have lunch or study hall first? So yeah, so you have lunch first. So if you wanted to go grab your lunch first, like if you want me to let you out of here like a minute or two early so that you can beat the line down there, and then you just come in here, bring your lunch in here, and you can do a working lunch, I'm okay with that.
Do you think you would demo chapter 4 on Monday already, or do you think you'd give us another day for?
No, I'm going to give you at least one more day for.
Almost done with chapter 3.
Okay.
So I might have all day tomorrow.
Okay. That's fine. Oh, okay. Let me grab my book. Am I wrong in saying that it is probably the easiest chapter? Yeah. All right, so you got JIGAD. Okay, good. And then, so for our skills review there. Okay, and then just do me a favor, just kind of click from your summary tab, and then you should be, I believe you have formulas on this one as well. So if you just do your control tilde if you want, the squiggle line. So see how it shows like all, it's just a shortcut to show them. So, okay, that one looks good. And then let's go to your city center. Okay, that looks good. And then on your summary there, same thing, just turn on your formulas real quick, just so I can make sure that they're all done. Okay, looks good. And then last but not least, I think it's the orange one. Yeah. And then same thing, just turn on your formulas here real quick. Boom, good to go. Ryan, you ready too? Okay, that one's good. And then on this one here, just go ahead and open up your formulas real quick. Where's your summary one? Oh, that's fine. All right, go ahead and now turn on your formulas on this one because it should, yeah, there you go. Okay, and then the chart referenced in this one, they should all, this one's just slightly off. You should have like the four bars or 3 bars that go with each of them. Where this one's got 2. This one's only got 2 on it. So just double check that. You might just need to reselect the data. But I mean, other than that, everything looks fine. So let's move on to the next one real quick. All right, summary one, and then turn on your show hides. Okay, this one's good. And then you got your last one there. And then same thing for this one, just show hides. Okay, so just fix that chart real quick, and then you're good to go, Ryan. Yeah. What's up, Reed?
I did this right, just making sure. So when I select the worksheets, I select it all.
Yep.
And then they all showed up. So I stay select group the worksheets the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, because when you're grouped, it does all the functions on all of the different sheets.
Okay, and I just want to stay in this one the whole time. You can just stay in the first one the whole time?
Yep. Yep. And so when they're grouped like that, anything that you make to that one, it makes to all of them.